For as long as I can remember, I've always loved taking risks and doing activities filled with adrenaline. And that's why a few years ago, I made a promise to myself. And that was to never become too afraid to do things that didn't scare me when I was younger. And that could be anything from skydiving to bungee jumping or something as simple as going skateboarding or going on a roller coaster. But I feel as we get older, we stop doing those things, and when we don't do them for long enough, all of a sudden we find ourselves too afraid to do them. There is one thing that has always filled me with a little bit of anxiety, and that is cliff jumping. Every time I do it, I have to overcome that fear. That is why I promised myself to jump from a 10-meter high cliff every single year for as long as I'm able to. And since the summer is coming to an end, it was time once again.
So we are right now on Öland, which is probably the flattest place you can find in all of Sweden. And that's kind of a problem, since we're going cliff jumping. And you might ask yourself, when you end up in the flattest place you could possibly find, where can you find a cliff high enough for some cliff jumping? Lucky enough, we know the perfect place for that.
So what you see here is an old limestone quarry that has since it closed down filled up with water. And because it is more than 10 meters deep in most places, this makes it ideal for cliff jumping.
So I'm here by the cliff now, and as always, even though I've done this like 5-10 times, I'm nervous. It is approximately 10 meters high or 30 feet. Every time there's a bit of height I get a little bit anxious, but this is exactly why I want to do this, because I think if I wouldn't do this for 4 or 5 years, I think I maybe would be too scared to do it. And that is something I never want to become, because I want to keep overcoming my fears. They have no hold on me. So this is me challenging myself to jump from this cliff once again. Let's do this.
Then it was time to find a good jumping spot.
I did not just jump once, but twice, and it felt really good to overcome this obstacle once again. I was a little anxious standing over there because I know the rush when you jump for the first time is always pretty big. But yeah, I made it, because I'm not going to let my fears control me. Even though I find it scary, the feeling afterwards when you have done it, it's so worth it. I'll be back for more.